Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family. We have some disturbing news. I was scrolling on Twitter, as usual, trying to look for some PSG reports, maybe a funny tweet, maybe something I'm entertained about. But I see this Ligue and McDonald's, or Ligue sponsored by McDonald's, trying to embarrass itself. And there's so much to talk about. In France, they are considering a new way to determine who wins Ligue 1. The idea is a 4-team tournament at the end of the season from teams who finish in the top 4. Whoever wins that would be crowned champion of the league, reports Ligue. This doesn't make any sense. So first of all, to jump into the potential example, let's take a look at the Ligue 1 table. There's obviously one game left, which we know of. But let's take the standings. First is PSG, Marseille second, Monaco third, and Nice fourth. What probably would happen is PSG play Nice in the semifinal, Marseille play Monaco in the semifinal, and then the winner plays in the final. Let's say it's a Le Classique final, PSG play versus Marseille. And that game is going to determine who wins the league. That game is going to determine who wins the league. So all these teams are going to be playing 34 games, home and away. But all of that don't matter. Basically, what matters is finishing in the top 4. And this isn't something new that they're trying to bring to football. They've been trying to bring this into football for a very long time. And what this is the American system. This is called the American system. Because as you can see right here, this is the NBA in front of me. It's exactly the same thing. So this is their league table. And as you can see, Cavaliers right here, they finish first. Do they win the league? No. They just get a favorable seed moving into the knockout stages. And whoever wins the knockout stages is the winner of the NBA. Where have we seen this format as well? In the UEFA Champions League. In the UEFA Champions League, it's exactly the same. Liverpool finished first. 8 games, 7 wins, 1 draw, 17 goals scored, 5 goals allowed. They did all of this, finished first, got bounced out in the round of 16, and all of this didn't matter at all. And that's basically what's going to happen. The main difference, though, is that, for example, PSG, we played 8 games in the group stage. And then in the knockout stages, we played 2 versus Brest, 2 versus Liverpool, 2 versus Aston Villa, and then 2 versus Arsenal, or the 8, and then 1 more in the final versus Inter, which we're going to be playing soon. Which means that in the knockout rounds, which is going to determine the winner, it's more games than in the group stage. Basically, you're not playing enough in the group stage to determine yourself a winner. Liverpool just beats 8 random teams in this entire thing. But if Liverpool was going to play every single team only one time, either home or away, and then they still have to win the knockouts, then it would be unfair. Then it wouldn't make any sense. That's obviously how they have it in the NBA. In the NBA, you play up to, how much? What's this, 82 or something? You play up to 82 games every single season, which basically mean nothing. It basically means nothing. Obviously, it's training, it's preparation for the season, but all of those games mean absolutely nothing at the end of the season. They're just going to give you a favorable spot, who you're going to face, and that's exactly what's going to happen in Ligue 1. If we're going to take a look at our top 4s, PSG, Marseille, Monaco, Nice, as we said, all you got to do is finish top 4. Nice is in as good of a place as PSG, basically. Apart from Nice got to play PSG. Well, I mean, if they're going to win this tournament, they will always probably have to play PSG because we'll always make it top 4. And I actually saw a great quote tweet about this report. And that is, imagine a small team. Imagine a team like Brest. There's a Leicester City miracle. Wins all the games and everything. Finishes in first place. But they're not the winner. Well, they got to play PSG again in a final-esque game. And the winner takes it all. And PSG will probably win that game. And then that team that has in 34 games done excellent, brilliant job. It don't matter at the end of the day. And as I showed with the Champions League format, this is the Americans bringing their formats. Because guess what? It's not just the NBA. I don't even know why I brought up the NBA as the example when we have the MLS. The MLS. Right here, for example, Cincinnati sitting in first place does not matter. Last year, Inter Miami finished in the Eastern Conference, as you can see here, with 74 points. That was a record-breaking amount, I believe, from a team in the league. No team has ever achieved 74 points in a league title season. But what happened to Inter Miami this season? They got knocked out immediately in the first round of the knockouts, and their entire run didn't matter. So this is something that they have in the NBA, that they have in the MLS, they probably have in the NFL, and the HL, and the BHL, and all of their sports. And they're trying to bring it to football. They've already done this with the Champions League. Obviously, the Super League that was coming before, it was going to be the same American format as well. And it's tiring. It's tiring how the sport is just getting Americanized, franchised, so quickly. The Premier League is by far the worst, with majority of the clubs there owned by American investors. But this is now starting to corrupt. And look, for this Champions League new format, I think it's great. I think it actually works because you're simply keeping it the same. What happens in the group stage does not matter. But don't do this to a league title. Don't do this to a league title. You can do it in the Champions League because the Champions League group stages does not matter. It just gives you a favorable knockoff run as long as you finish in the qualifying rounds. But the league, or the group, the big group in the league, obviously matters and is the main matcher in who is winning or being crowned as the champion at the end of the season. So, no, I'm just totally against this format. I'm totally against this. And I understand. This is something Ligue have been doing a lot recently. New logo, new trophy, new this, new that, new that. Look, I love the innovation. And I love great innovation. And I love small innovation. Because you want to update. You want to freshen up. You don't want to completely go 360 degrees and ruin what you've had in French football for such a long time. Maybe it's because of probably two stuff. The first thing is the excitement for whoever is going to win Ligue 1, hasn't been that exciting ever since QSI bought Paris Saint-Germain, which is understandable. The gap, in how much we can, work around with compared to other Ligue 1 clubs is too big of a gap. Yes, you will get the Monaco and the Lille season and so on, but majority of the time it's very consistent, and Paris Saint-Germain are winning the league. So they want to make the title more exciting. They want to make the league more exciting and all of this. But I think this is a step too far. I think they would ruin the league like this. As I mentioned before, if a small team manages to win the league, it would not matter at the end of the day. And really, I don't think this will change that much for Paris Saint-Germain. Actually, maybe the opposite. Maybe now we don't even have to care about winning the league. So when there is a tough competitor, we'll be like, all right, let's take second place. And then at the end of the season, we'll beat you in a final and win the Ligue 1 title. So this will change absolutely nothing. And I'm totally against, changing this much. This would never happen in the Premier League, in the Bundesliga and La Liga and Serie A. This would be completely against everything they've been working for. So I'm fully against this. You guys let me know in the comments down below. Yes, it would maybe add some excitement. Yes, it would be great entertainment towards the end of the season. Yes, probably a lot of other people would be like, oh, let's go and watch those two semifinals. So yes, it will bring in some extra viewership to the league. But I think this, though, will do way more harm than positive for Ligue 1 and for the sport of football. But I want you guys to let me know in the comments down below, do you guys want this or not? Do you guys want a 4-team tournament at the end of the season to determine who's the league winner or not? I'm completely against it. These have been my reasonings and my opinions and my thoughts. That's been it from my boy PSGINT. Hopefully you guys have a great day. And as usual, allez, Paris.